Like, oh, no, no, I have one black friend. Okay.
I voted for
I voted for
Obama
Obama.
in 2008 and 2012. I'm not one of them bad ones.
Well, actually, it's
There's
only
some people that
2008
say,
because the data didn't show that they didn't vote for him the second time. After he said Trayvon Martin could have been my son, it was like,
That's right.
oh, take it
Oh,
back.
that's right. Some of them didn't do it.
Yep. That's where they were like, oh, nope, he's not offering hope. We thought we cured racism after we voted for Obama the first time. And then he said Trayvon Martin could have been my son. Oh, no, no.
No,
He became black that day. Hey everybody, Raphael Harry here. You're listening to White Label American. On this show, we dive into unique and diverse origin stories from immigrants and allies. Join us weekly as we break barriers, connect the past with the present, and peek into the future. Welcome to another episode of White Label American. Thank you all for joining us today. And if you've been with us from day one, thank you. If you just joined us after the 6th year anniversary, thank you for being with us. If you're looking for more ways to support and keep this podcast running, well, run to Patreon, run to the website, run to our merch store, run to the good places, and donate. Don't be like those people who are like, I support you, and then you don't show up to the polls to support. Do the right thing. All right?
yeah.
That's all I'm going to tell you. So with that being said, I'm not alone today. I have some distinguished guests with me in the studio, virtually. You know one of them. Two of them are brand new guests for the first time appearing on this podcast, and I'm honored to have them here with us today. So we're not going to go in alphabetical order because if I go in alphabetical order, it will be our most regular guest that will go first, and he's the Chaos Master. You guys already know who he is, so he'll be the last person to introduce himself. So we're going to start with one of our first timers. She hosts the MOCA Minutes, and she's a wonderful sister, awesome, great person I've met. I love bringing great people here, but when you meet this person one-to-one, you're like, wow, she's just amazing. And good people, I love meeting good people. So I had to bring her here today to come talk on this episode. And before I even go to our guest, this episode is all about the recent general elections. And I know we're still counting the results from California and probably Oregon. But you know what the deal is. So we're here to talk about it. Immigrants have opinions. People here have opinions. Everybody got opinions, but you know what side we're on, and that's the side that's about to talk. So, with that being said, let's meet our first guest, Stephanie from Miss MOCA Minutes. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm excited. I would say I'm excited to be here, but with the topic, it's like, oh, I wish I wasn't here.
It's exciting times, but we understand.
Like I wish I would. I'm like I shouldn't. Oh, wish it was a celebration. I really do.
I wish so too. But hey, I feel you on that. And our award-winning brother from Liquor Talks. Why I keep adding on the S? That's why you got the link late.
Because you're black.
Yes.
Because you're black. Yes. We add S's to everything.
See, in case anyone was doubting, now you know. So he is the host of the award-winning show Liquor Talk podcast, and I had the honor of being a guest on his podcast. Took 3 years for that to happen, but it still happened, and I'll be back again. I know that for sure. And he's a fantastic person. I love seeing him on stage when he talks, not only on his podcast, and it's just amazing seeing him. And if you want to see the video, go on Patreon, watch the video, see the awesome, the t-shirt he's wearing reminds me of my Brazil that I love supporting. So, see, we're on the same wavelength right now. So, with that being said, welcome on the show. Victor, how you doing?
Hey, I feel good, man. I'm doing good. And it took you about 3 years to bring me on White Label American.
Hey, touche.
We kind of even over here.
Touche. I thought I could sneak that away. I thought I could sneak that in. But, hey, there's a saying that we have that when you point one finger at somebody, you got three pointing back at you. So that just happened in real time. So, That's
Mhm.
why you guys should support this show so that I don't be pointing fingers at my guests, so that and they don't point back at me too. But anyway,
Oh my
oh
goodness.
man, and the Chaos Master, how you doing today?
I'm doing. I liked how you pointed a finger and he pointed a gun back at you.
Hey. He's from a state that they got guns there too, so it's
Oh
allowed.
no!
Wait. Not you brought a
I
knife
meant.
to a
I meant.
gunfight because Victor was ready.
He was
He's like, let
ready.
me just empty this clip real
He's
quick.
like, he had one locked in the chamber.
But that's why he's here.
Ready. Wow. Yeah.
In case
Yup.
anyone doubted,
He was like, keep
Yeah.
talking.
You already know who I am.
Oh,
Everyone. What's
man.
up?
So before we officially dive into the topic at hand, um, does anyone have anything new coming up that you'd like to share with the audience? If you have any, something you got to plug in, yeah, please plug it ahead before we go into our main topic of the day.
I don't think so.
Can I go first?
Yes, please.
Ooh.
Okay, December 3rd. Okay, December 3rd, 10 a.m. 6 Metro Tech Center, Brooklyn. Okay, it's right off the J Street A train. Okay, I'm doing an exhibition. It's 10 projects now. Originally, it was supposed to be 6. Now it's grown to 10. 10 different student projects on the topic of belonging. So it's an innovation showcase. Different kinds of tech and services, all related to the notion of belonging in New York City. So it's free. It's a free event.
Wonderful.
If anyone is invited, it is not catered. Okay.
Yeah, bring your own food. Well, they
There
sell
might be
food there too.
candy.
Well,
There might be candy.
well, them
No
students know how to.
promises.
They know how to get me because last time I
They
was
know
there.
how to buy votes. They
They
know
do,
how to
they
buy
do.
votes. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are very good at it. Yeah.
Yeah, so come through if you can, and I'll be there. So yes, you'll see me, and the students be trying to get me on their side. So they'll be throwing all the candies at me. So
Mhm.
yeah, we know that.
Mhm.
Yeah, anybody got anything happening?
Two things.
Yes,
One, new
please.
episodes of Liquor Talk are coming out, and also Liquor Talk is now going to be on not on the National Black Guy Podcast Network, the MBG Podcast Network.
Oh,
They were at Afros and Audios, so that collaboration happened. So we just started talking, and Liquor Talk's on a podcast network now.
congratulations! I don't have the
Yay.
clapping soundboard yet, but yeah, congratulations. That's good to know and good to hear.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have champagne to pop open right now, but but that's good. That's good. Miss Mocha, do you have something? Oh, she came ready too.
I know I did. It's like we talked. I knew we were talking about. I'm like, let me get my nice little frozen margarita. It'll be pure liquor by the time we finish talking. But just new episodes of MOCA Minutes. I am gearing up to launch officially my YouTube channel where I'll be talking a little bit more, expanding episodes and also posting my episodes there. So that is on my. This is no pun intended. That's Project 2025 for me. And my project doesn't harm anyone.
There we go. I can testify to that. Yes. Yeah. Her project adds value to you.
Hey,
So
sign me up for her project 2025.
yeah, sign me up too.
That
Sign
one
me
is
up
like,
too.
girl,
So as soon
it's
as your
like, ooh.
YouTube is up, please let us know. We'll follow you, and I'll encourage
do.
everybody to go follow. And yes,
Thank you.
It's a great. She's a great resource to have in your cabinet.
Thank
So
you.
we all know how the general elections went, and the results are what the results are. My starting question is this: when is the right time to hold voters accountable? Because I keep seeing, some weird hot takes from big media houses, all talking about, it was because of the economics. People want talking about, I voted because of economics. I felt inflation and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it boils down to the voters. You had choices. And this was like the
Mhm.
clearest choice I've ever seen. The other countries don't have choices this clear. And people are asking from other countries, like, hey, well, what happened? What's going on? Why did it go like this? So why is that the framing is always avoid holding the voters accountable, but skip to just every other reason out there, like the economics didn't affect the people who voted for Vice President Harris. I mean, we're not in the same economy or what? So yeah, when is it the right time to hold the voters accountable and say this is what they wanted and they voted for this, and we know what this is?
So, Raphael, they keep making a word silent. They don't want to blame white voters. White
Hello.
voters don't want to be voted. They don't want to take the blame in this. Oh, it's very much like RuPaul's Drag Race. Look over there. It's like, nope, baby, we're looking at the percentages. This is on y'all. And the minority that voted for Harris is like, baby, you be like, don't lump us in. I'm like, but the majority that voted for Trump had no problem lumping every oppressed group in this country together.
Yeah,
And now y'all want to wear blue bracelets and say, let's agree to disagree. I'm like, yeah. Only people who do stuff on the wrong side of history are like, let's agree to disagree and not make politics like ending friendships. Because now people getting a little more vocal. They're not showing up to weddings. They're not coming to Thanksgiving. Your tables are you're gonna be basically, you might as well just make popcorn and jelly beans and toast like this is like Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, because no one's coming to y'all houses.
Mhm.
This is on y'all.
yeah,
Yes, it is definitely on y'all because if you look at the numbers, Harris
Mhm.
had the black vote and the other minority vote, and also we got to blame the urban areas too. Guess what? Harris was voting them as well, but we got to blame your rural areas. Like y'all need to be held accountable. Like no wonder
Mhm.
why y'all ain't got shit. And I look at some states who like rank like in the bottom of education, and I'm like,
Mhm.
no wonder why y'all went red because y'all just insanity. Like it has to be held accountable. Like no, y'all gonna see it when shit becomes astronomical and we can't afford shit. No, y'all really gonna see it.
Correct.
yeah, Ashwin.
Correct.
I'm just very interested in this person who does not vote. And I'm still trying to figure, because like I'm not a citizen. I cannot vote, but I have been doing my research, and it does seem that voting is kind of easy. There aren't that many like barriers to it. You can register online. They send you a mail ballot. You fill it in. You send it out. I still don't. I'm not. It's like, is it like
Mhm.
people don't know there is an election going on? I'm wondering like how many people just didn't even know that there was an election going on. Is that even possible in the 21st century? Or also just be like, yeah,
It's
but it
not
doesn't
possible.
matter like which way I vote. Like it doesn't affect them. Are there so many people for whom actually it
Mhm.
doesn't affect them in their daily lives at all? I'm just trying to figure out who is this non-voter person. Are they like aware and not doing it, or are they just living in an alternative reality?
And that's the funny thing, Ashwin, because when you look at like actual voting stats of people who vote, like the actual people who are eligible, it's usually between 50 and 60% of the people who can actually vote.
Yeah.
So when I record, and man, it just makes me angry every time I think about it. I can give, again, here I am. I'm black and I'm still giving grace. I'm a black woman still giving grace, and I want to literally smack a whole lot of people, and I'm still giving you grace. But people who have a record of never voting,
Hmm, hmm.
it's kind of like my anger's not really towards you, only because you don't usually vote.
Mm.
But the numbers have steadily been going up, because gone are the days where we're just voting for lesser of two evils.
Yeah,
It's like now it's like you're
Mhm,
just
mhm.
voting against evil. And for some odd reason, actually I know the reason, that people don't, like white people don't want to hold this bag. It's like you don't want to sit here and just say, hey, I know I say I want change. No, I want everything to remain the same, meaning I still want to be top of the food chain. And I'm tired of these brown people and these gay people getting ahead of me. Basically, they're mad that oppressed groups have pianos in their house and they don't have no piano. I'm like, can
That,
you play the piano? No, I just
that's
want
a
a
Real.
good
piano. I'm like,
point.
It's not
That
it's
is
even
a
like,
that,
really
yeah,
good
that they
point.
want a piano. It's more like, oh, nobody should have a piano.
That's it.
'cause every time I think
Yeah.
about racism, I think about that scene in Rosewood. And it's
Yeah.
like before they literally ran out to lynch the whole town, one guy was like, he got a piano in his house. I ain't got no piano. And nobody looked around and said, but do you even know how to play? You
For
literally look at
real.
that as like, oh my gosh, he basically has something that I don't. Like, but it's something that you can't use anyway.
Hmm.
Or you just mad that you don't have the ability to go get a piano or get something of value, and you're mad that
Mm-hmm.
the colored person they use their resources to come up, and you're just mad about it, and now you're trying to do whatever you can to mess things up for him. But in reality, you're gonna mess things up for yourself, because if you look at a lot of benefits they want to slash and stuff, guess who are the primary beneficiaries? It ain't the color folk, it's
Nope.
the other races of people.
It can't be the minority that's the majority of the rights. It's like that's literally not how any of this works.
It's true.
This affects you too, poor white people.
That's true.
It affects you.
No, the Sunday before the general election, I was talking to someone in my neighborhood, and she was like, "All politicians are corrupt." So she had no interest in who wins and whatnot. And she's also an immigrant from Russia, but from a minority that you would
Mm,
think that, but could be white passing. And
mm,
I was like, huh. So you're not interested in anything that could affect you? This outcome, you are also part of this outcome. And she's like, it doesn't matter, they're all corrupt. And I was like, why do you go to they're all corrupt? How does that work with you? With your children go to a school. Does all politicians being corrupt affect your children's school or not? And she was like,
mhm.
well, they only if they do something good, it's just for it's popular. That's why they did it. And I said, oh, no. We're not gonna just like, I want you to explain why you think so, and why is it that when your people got certain rights, you benefited from the Civil Rights Act, which everybody only talks as if only black people benefited from. But every other minority has benefited from that. And even when they've eventually took the Chinese Exclusion Act, it was because Civil Rights Act had been passed, and all that started, every other thing started dropping, every other thing started going down. But she benefited massively from Civil Rights Act. Her people. And I'm trying to point that out to her, and she's like, yeah, but you see, my family came from, and that's when she dropped the bomb drop happened, and she was like, well, I was 3 years old when when I left the country where I was born, and my family lived under these dictators and all this, and I was like, okay, so you never really experienced what you claim to your family experienced.
Mm.
And that led to you saying, because your parents said all politicians are corrupt, so you don't vote, you don't participate, but you just damn the whole process because of that,
Yeah.
and everybody's the same. So even when you have two candidates who are, the difference is as it's like daylight and night time, you resort to, they're both the same. Or is it that you're comfortable with racism happening? I mean, it doesn't affect you, because if it affects you, I'm pretty sure you would have taken a stand. And that's when she dropped her religion, which is part of their minority stance, her group. That, oh, I'm not white. I'm this. That's why I'm like, yeah, I know,
Mm.
but
No, baby.
Mm-mm.
you know that
No,
you're on the,
no
because the last
video.
time Trump was in office, your people, a lot of anti-Semitic attacks went up. People forget that. It's like, it's convenient to just say, oh, because the Palestine thing, people forget that anti-Semitic
Mm-hmm.
attacks went up. So you are now convenient. You think, oh, I don't need to vote, I don't need all this. That's all right. I'm not going to waste time preaching to you anymore. But hey, she signed up to listen to the
Don't.
podcast, so we'll see. But I just had to throw that out there because some people say, "Oh, I have another person. He's African," and he was like, "I don't care who wins. Uh, I, I just, I like Harris, but Trump's a business guy," and I was like, "Okay, if you didn't care, you didn't have to go.
Failed
You don't have to
businesses,
add that point, But what do you mean by business guy?
bankruptcy.
Do you run your business like he does? Is that how you operate? Is that if somebody runs a business like he does and doesn't pay you, are you comfortable? Are you happy? Is that the way you operate?" And the language changed after that. Like, "Oh man, I was just joking. Hey, you gonna come to my kid's birthday?"
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna see me. But people start showing themselves when the moment you question them when they say, "Oh, I don't vote," but all politicians
Mhm.
are the same, and you ask that extra question, why? You start seeing cracks with their whys because is either they rope everybody in the same basket, or I've not heard a politician come speak to me in they have to address me with speak what I need to hear, and I'm like, who are you? There's a group. Everybody has their requests. Everybody has what they want to hear, but um, you are claiming there's two people. They are both evil in your opinion, but they should both say what you want to hear. Are you so? I mean, you're evil too. I mean, you fit into your own description. So I just had to bring that up. And then the last example I'll bring is a sad one, but this gentleman in my neighborhood, older guy, much older guy, he's probably closer to 80s, lived in a rent controlled apartment. Used to be nice with the kids. And then one day, he's like, "Oh, I don't vote because I don't care about all these
Mm.
politicians, that kind of thing. They all corrupt, that kind of level. Last time I voted was for, what's his name? Ross Perot from the 90s, the
Oh
independent
God.
guy." Yeah. And then he tried to be like a Benny Bro, but
Oh,
said,
he was a terror, honey.
so I was like, okay, well, I try to have a reasonable conversation with him, but even with the whys, when you ask him about why, he keeps jumping to this Democrat was corrupt, this one was corrupt, Obama was corrupt. I'm like, God damn, but you can't explain your whys,
Mhm.
right? So I just, okay, that's good, that's good. Because some people, you don't waste time arguing with them and you move on. 2 weeks later, I don't see him at our usual place where we hang out. And I asked my neighbor,
Mhm.
"Where's that guy? I haven't seen him around." And they're like, "Oh, he lost his apartment. He's been evicted from the apartment, a rent control apartment, which you're supposed to have
Ooh.
access to. But you've not been voted. You don't even know the power that you have in New York City, where they have a strong housing commission that you can go to talk to, and they will fight for you. But he's with this
Mm.
mindset of, I don't vote, I don't care, I only vote for independent guy who doesn't care about your local issues. So look at you voting against your own interest. By the way, he's not black. He's not. I think he was white passing or a white guy. But it was just sad
Mhm.
to see that happen to him in a neighborhood that he's lived in for like 30 years. And that's how
Wow.
I don't know where he is. Probably in a homeless
Mhm.
shelter now. But he's
Oh.
still going on with probably still going on with that I don't vote mentality. And
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
you don't question people and say, "Hey, what is this I don't vote? What is the benefit of not voting, of withholding your vote? Why is there only a message of withhold your vote being put out to black people every 4 years? You don't put it out to white people. You don't put it out to conservatives. You don't tell them, 'Oh, withhold your vote until they come talk to you.' Why are you always trying to tell black people to withhold their votes every 4 years? Why are you making
'Cause
commercials to do that?"
they don't want black people to vote because
Exactly.
they know
You've never
better.
wanted black people to vote right from the beginning,
No,
right
no.
from day one.
So this is funny because historically in America, technically, free black men had the right to vote before white women.
Yes,
And a lot of people did not know that.
yes.
And so then black people kept putting more black people in the office and they said, we getting them out of here.
Hmm.
And so when you hear some white women talk like, voting for us, we had to earn the right. I'm like, let's be very clear. Some of y'all ancestors only wanted to really vote, not because they wanted to be equal to their white partners. They didn't want free black men to have a one up on them. They're like, oh, because like y'all can look like I know people are like it's alleged comments from Susan B. Anthony, but baby, let's be very clear about the time frame of when this happened. If you think that she didn't say something like this or something close to that, saying I would rather die before I see a N-word having votes that had rights that I don't, like be very clear, they were mad that free black men were able to vote because they were men. Because voting used to be just like white landowners. You had to own land. If you were a poor white person, you couldn't vote, and then they opened it up to poor white people. When it came to being actually white in this country, you had to be born here. So any white like person with white skin or white passing, and they had white skin, they were not considered white. So for Jewish people, Italian people, a lot of y'all were on those segregation signs.
True.
And then they figured that out. Hey, we need one, two, three. We need more teeth. So we're gonna let Italian people be white now. We're gonna let Jewish people be considered white now. We're gonna let like people who weren't born here and they got white skin just like us. We're gonna let them be white because we need more numbers. A lot of people don't remember. They don't know that. It's like, oh yeah, Italian people used to be on those signs too.
I've seen the signs. I've read about it, and I've seen the signs. I remember the first time I read about it and I saw the signs, and I was like, "Wow, it's crazy." And the weird thing is that when you go to Europe and you go to some of the countries these people are from, and you call them white, there in some places, they start trying to fight you. They try to fight you like, why are you calling me white? And then in America, it's completely different. Yeah, and that's why
we go with race first.
Yeah.
And everybody else goes ethnicity and nationality, then race. Yeah. We are race, ethnicity, and nationality.
So that's why when somebody's like, "Oh, I'm Italian American," and I'm like, well, "Were you born in Italy?" No, I'm seventh generation.
My grandfather was.
Eighth generation. No, I'm like, okay. Okay. I see. I'm just checking because I kind of see where you go. Okay, I get you. So you white? Are you black? Which one? Because I know the Italians that they call black, even though when you see them by American standard, you say, oh, they're white, but immediately they call them black, and you're like, oh,
yeah. Oh, baby, some Sicilians, you'd be like,
oh yeah,
you'll be very confused. You're like, wait,
it's weird, but the whiteness game means increased numbers. When they need numbers, then you from Albania, you part of us now. You from Greece, you part of us now. But go to those countries and go call them white, then you might get stabbed. Somebody might stab you and say, "What you call me?" But hey, yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. I don't know what it would take for people to own up, but there's this weird. It's like pearl clutching. As soon as anytime we get close to the truth, we'll start clutching their pearls. Well, I said it opposite, clutching their pearls, and like, no, I have one black friend. Okay.
I voted for Obama. 2008 and 2012. I'm not one of them bad ones.
Well, actually, it's only 2008 because the data didn't show that they didn't vote for him the second time. After he said Trayvon Martin could have been my son, it was like,
that's right.
We'll take it back.
That's right. Some of them didn't do it.
Yeah, that's where they were like, oh, nope, he's not offering hope. We thought we cured racism after we voted for Obama the first time, and then he said Trayvon Martin could have been my son. Oh no. He became black that day.
Who considered themselves good white people and when you talk in absolutes or you basically are addressing the entire demo, they're like, wait a minute, you're not talking about me. If you know you're doing the right thing, you don't have to ask me that.
Hello.
Baby, I'm looking at your demo. You looking at your demo.
Yeah.
You should be, if you are like one of the quote unquote good ones, you actually should be mad at that more than we should. Because it's like, what the heck are y'all doing? Y'all make it like, baby, y'all demo was embarrassing you. Don't look at me and get mad that I'm pointing it out. You should have, don't meet me there, beat me there.
For real.
So, Victor.
Yes, sir.
What did you think about this framing by the media also after the results were announced, and they always have lessons for Democrats? about how to move forward, what the Democrats need to do. But I've never noticed this type of language when it's the GOP that loses an election. It always seems to be for Democrats that everybody has, you maybe you should have, like Bernie Sanders came out and was like, it's about, you need to talk to the working class. Apparently, only white people are the working class, according to that
Bernie can
man.
go back to his
That's why he can never win a primary.
Like, sir, get out of here.
Yes, please. And
Please
also,
leave
you
us
gotta look at
alone.
who's controlling the media. Look at who these directors are for these media networks as well. Like, why are y'all only doing this? Like, who is funding y'all to only get on the Democratic side? Like, man, come on now.
Come on.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
That's I mean, follow the money.
For Raphael, this is because the GOP has always been this one band, one sound. They're not splitting their party up. They're not going from moderate to center to far left for Democrat. They're not doing this. Even when we had the Tea Party, even you got this Trumpers and MAGA. You don't notice the Republican Party splitting on anything. One band. One sound.
They keep to that goal.
Is just the drum line, okay? MAGA's the drum line, okay? Like you're not beating up our band.
They have one goal in mind, and they stick to that goal. We're going to take abortion down. If it means 50 years, stick to the plan. Everybody march straight forward. But he doesn't shoot guns. It don't matter. March straight forward, face forward. Everybody go. That's their mission. Ashwin, you got something to say about that?
So I have a question. So, sorry, this is something about what you said earlier, which makes a lot of sense. Is that you would imagine, therefore, that people would vote more in an election where it matters to them directly. But then why don't people vote in local elections? And even when you look at, like, for instance,
that part. No one talks about the full ballot. It's like, it's not like, oh, you do one joint. Oh, take time to go home.
That's what I'm wondering. So, because, you can say, fine, whatever, the president doesn't matter. But then still, why wouldn't you show up to vote for, like, the person who can help you, who is your council person or Congress person, who,
or judges.
You can, exactly. And someone you can, like, DM. And
that directly affect you, yes.
Someone who lives in your neighborhood. Why wouldn't you show up to vote for them? Especially because it's so easy. It's kind of easy.
I mean, we have the New York example. I know people like to complain about Eric Adams being the mayor, and I always point them to the primaries. How many of you came out to vote in the primaries? Compared to the presidential election of 2020, and you see the 2021 primaries and then general election, the drop was whoops. The curve went down, all the way down. And many people didn't come out. I was like, well, I know it's a blue. I live in a blue state or a blue city, so I don't need to come out and vote. My vote don't count. And I'm like, but it affects you. So why are you complaining right now? What's the point of the complaint? You just like to hear yourself complain? Because if it mattered to you, you'll be out there voting for your candidate. You had choices.
Correct.
Now, if you voted and your choice loses, then it's different. Yeah, go ahead, Victor. Sorry.
You definitely need to. People need to pay more attention to the local things, because the local things, that's what directly affects you. Like, I'm looking at my home state of Florida, like, y'all are stupid because listen, come on, abortion didn't pass. And also legalizing marijuana didn't pass.
In Florida.
Looking at the red parts of Florida, like, what the hell are y'all doing when y'all think y'all hurting? Many people feel like they're hurting the black community when really you're hurting yourselves, you idiots.
I mean, I've seen a lot of white people from Florida, and I know. Yeah, well, maybe we should have had what's it called, bathing salts on the ballot. Maybe that would have passed.
Legalize
right. It sounds like they were legalized the way that folks are voting. It's like,
such a good one.
Okay?
That's such a good one. Yeah, that's a
It's
That
good.
was a
like,
That's,
it's
good one. That
like,
was
what
a
do y'all
good
think
one.
about bath salts?
that's a
They're
good
like, what?
strategy. Yeah.
Like, who the
Uh,
heck gonna
The
put this on the ballot?
who is
Well, y'all put
courting the
Trump on the ballot.
zombie? Yeah, the zombie electoral.
oh boy.
Okay.
The
Oh
zombie
man.
vote.
Because so
Okay, so did anybody else notice that we really didn't have like a fight for someone to be the Republican candidate this year? That's the part that I kind of noticed. I'm like,
They
wait a
just all
minute, we don't
assumed
have
Trump was gonna
literally
get it.
out of nowhere having all of these different people saying they want to be the president, and we had nobody. It was like we didn't really have no debates. We didn't even have debates in between like Harris and Trump. It's like, yeah, because she would have came out there prepared to deal with someone who said, I have a concept of plans.
there was nothing
Not
for
real
him to
platforms.
run
I had
on.
concepts, thoughts, and prayers. I'm like, and y'all still voted for this man literally saying this.
But you know, he already said the main policy, which is she's a black woman.
It's
That's
like,
what he
okay.
pointed out. Because when he pointed out that I never knew she was black. When he said that during the debate, I think that was the main message. That
And it was like, girl, who said that? When did she
and
ever
you're
said
looking
that?
at the president when people have how many people have ended their presidential campaigns for what's his name? The guy in this was in the 70s who couldn't pronounce something. Damn, I'm trying to remember his name. He said something wrong on the debates or somebody. He messed up. There was something it's very minute in today's politics, and that ended his presidential
Mm,
campaign. And you
mm.
have this guy openly being racist, and people are like, "Oh yeah, he's a good businessman." That's why I'm like, he's openly being racist, and
You know, and
no
also
journalist
go.
is coming out there saying that's not
Hmm.
presidential. Joe Biden stumbles once, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you got to go. He got to
He has
go.
a stuttering problem.
He
Like, oh, he got to
he
go.
got
Like,
to
he too
go."
old. I'm like,
Yeah,
he's
I'm not.
3
I'm not
years older than
confident.
Donald Trump.
I'm not
They're at the same
confident.
elementary school, baby. What are you talking about?
They're
They
about
went
the
to the
same
same elementary
age,
school.
pretty much. And also, I noticed with this country, like, I'm not shocked by the results because it's like they wouldn't even put Hillary in office over Trump. So I'm like, so in the back of our
Because
minds,
they
we got
haven't
to
liked that
think.
woman since the 70s, 80s. They can't stand Hillary.
So you got to think, like, if they couldn't put Hillary in office, what makes you think they were going to put a black woman in office? Now, our black people showed up for both of them, but it
Mm-hmm.
is sad to say that there are some people that are just dumb and they're thinking that they think a woman can't lead the country.
Yeah. And the
Now,
thing about it is, like, the vocal minority of black men speaking, they took the minority. You just took the people that were speaking the loudest
mhm.
and said they speak for them. And I'm like, yeah, I know y'all don't. It's like, I know y'all don't. It's like majority of black men were like, I'm voting for Harris. Like, how is this a question? Like, I don't understand. But what got the views and the clicks were the ones that were like, I ain't gonna like, no woman can run this party. I don't like Kamala. She locked up black men. I'm like, Google is too free for y'all to be this stupid.
And you have Chat GPT now. You have multiple, so
Mhm.
AI is to help you if you're still struggling on that. But
Yeah.
is it finally time to admit how problematic the manosphere podcasters are? Or, do we still act like it's only a whites only problem? Because
No.
young first time voters voting
Yeah.
for Trump, and a
Mhm.
bunch of them claiming it's because he was on Rogan and what's the other guy, Von Trump or whatever. But I know those podcasts are big with a lot of young people of color. I'm dealing with one of them in my family right now. He was open about it that he loves Elon Musk, and later on he was like Hitler had
Hmm.
great ideas and implemented a lot of
Hitler
great
had good
things.
points. I said, girl,
And
stop.
I'm like,
Somebody failed
dude
history
is like
class
in
in
his
the third
20s.
Girl,
grade.
stop.
Even
Somebody
Hitler
failed
didn't think
history
he
and
had good
somebody's not
ideas.
using Google and Chat GPT.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah,
Hello,
but
hello.
these young kids, there are a lot of them out there. Even I have one in the UK, also in his 20s, Jordan Peterson. He'll be trying to quote that to me like, hey, for raising kids, you might want to
Oh,
try
Lord
this
have mercy.
for raising your
Good
child. And I'm like,
lord.
why would I listen to
Good
Jordan Peterson to raise my
lord.
child?
That
But
Good
man is
lord.
oof.
these guys are
Oh
not
my
targeting people like
god.
us in our age group. They target the young
No.
ones. I know a fellow podcaster, also fellow veteran, who he caught it in his kid because his kid started talking about these females need to behave this way to his own mom in the
Females.
house, and
What?
he's Puerto Rican, and he had
Females.
to like check the boy. I'm like, where are you getting this from? Why do you who the hell are you talking like this in our house? And the boy started pointing him to them Red Pill podcast, and luckily he was able to like start the mental breakdown of getting this boy out of it, detoxing the kid, and
Mm.
then the kid joined the military. So hopefully he got it out of the boy enough. The boy should be about 19 now. But it was wild when he was talking
He went
about
to the
it.
military.
Yeah, the boy eventually moved to the military, but the
The
dad.
military
Oh,
may make them worse.
Well, I was in the military too, so there's a little bit of hope because there's still some good people. I ain't gonna lie, but if you hang
mhm.
out with the wrong crowd, yeah, it's. But the fact that the dad caught it early and started that conversation with him and showed him that
Mhm.
this is not. The weird thing they say they always keep saying men need to be alpha males, but in software developing, beta is higher than alpha, right? And it's like they
Mhm.
forget about that. That they're not aware that there's something higher than alpha. But they keep throwing alpha. We men are supposed to be alphas. Men are supposed to be alpha. I'm like, there's something higher than alpha. If you just going by logic. But
Di-
there's a problem that I've been noticing among young men. It doesn't matter skin color. They keep these guys are purposefully targeting young people within the teenage
Mhm.
age into young adults. So if you look at a lot of these young people and you talk to them about what do you think Trump's first term in office was, I don't think they can tell you. They don't understand what the damages were. They just
They
see him
don't.
as a guy who was being harassed by the state. He's a strong leader. He's a strong man. That's what my cousin sounds like. And I'm like, damn, it's sad hearing it, but he can't defend any
Mhm.
of his points. And sometimes
Most
you
of them
just wish you
can't.
could shake it out of him, but you have to have some kind of patience to walk them out of it. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So the main problem is the podcasters pushing this thing towards these kids because at that age their brains aren't matured enough.
They're not over 25. So their brains are still cooking
Yeah,
and they know what to do. They like, so like, yeah, being on Rogan was extremely calculated because folks like it doesn't matter that Joe Rogan sometimes does not say the truth. He just be throwing stuff out that
but he,
he
he
heard
never.
while he was peeing in the bathroom. It's like it does not matter. He has no facts. He
Mhm.
has no stats. This is not real information, but it's Joe Rogan and we love him. I'm like, imagine you're hosting a reality show named Fear Factor, and now you are seen as a tastemaker in current society after you literally were trying to convince somebody to lay in a coffin and let rats crawl over them for a certain amount
Or
of time.
let alone somebody eat some dog shit or
It
Ugh.
was like,
drugs.
girl, what is this? I'm like, who signed up for this?
All I know is the first time somebody tried to get me to listen to Joe Rogan, we were supposed to go on a road trip from um,
Mm,
from New Jersey to DC. A fellow veteran, by
mm,
the way, but I think that's probably what began the end of our friendship. And I was
mm.
supposed to be in the car to keep him awake. And he started playing Joe Rogan. I don't remember who Joe Rogan was interviewing, and I was like, "Man, this is dumb." And I fell asleep. I just slept off, and my boy was so disappointed. He was like, "Man, I can't believe you didn't stay.
And then
You
you
fell
fell
asleep
asleep
on
on
this
Rogan.
philosophical conversation." I was like, "What is philosophical here?" I listen to Star
Philosophical.
Talk. Star Talk gives me something.
Philosophical.
Yeah, I
Girl,
mean,
shut
this is
up.
not. There was nothing to. I just like so even I remember early in
Mm,
my podcast, somebody tried to compliment me and said, "Oh man, you like the black Joe Rogan." I should have,
no.
I should have caught it from the signs that that person will go the way he went eventually. But yeah, I had to push back and say no, that's not. I don't consider that a compliment. That's not. I'm my own person. Yeah, well, if I
Definitely not a
get big, let me
compliment.
get big. But no, it's not. I'm not trying to turn teenagers into this these creatures that believe that the world is against them and the world
Mm,
is ending if things do not happen in a certain manner. And all these people giving them these messages, they're all hypocrites because none of them live by whatever they are preaching.
they
None of
don't.
them
They really
abide by
don't.
those rules that they're setting for these
They
kids.
don't.
But the kids keep swallowing everything consuming everything, thinking that this is it, this is the way to go. And if women are
All these
not
guys
giving
are
us the
happily
sex,
married, by the way.
yeah,
All these guys are married and monogamous.
and
Just like
the kids are
like
like,
They are,
yeah, we need
ain't
to
they all
nobody
control
have
the
like ain't
women.
nobody getting
401ks.
divorced.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting divorced like us straights. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, why should they get to like be married? I'm like, because some of y'all are literally embarrassing us.
Yes, y'all are.
Exactly. So
So
I
this
think
gender
it's
dynamics is definitely, US, South Korea, especially. I was reading, I have a student from South Korea was telling
Mhm.
me about, like, there apparently um the what you just mentioned, this kind of like this toxic masculinity. I don't even know what to call it anymore, but it's very, very strong. And apparently now there is like kind of like a early beginnings of like a feminist movement, and now
oh, I think
because of that
I
there is
saw that.
much more of a lashback against women, even supported by like the mainstream media, not but also this kind of, which I think I consider now these podcasts and stuff like to be part of mainstream media. I don't know the difference, you
They,
know.
it's this is the problem, Ashwin. A lot of people are thinking that equality is a
Hmm.
pie and it has
Hmm.
finite pieces, and that is literally not what it is. So when I hear men like, "Oh, I just want to be like back in the day. I want to be like before. These women don't want to take care of men." I'm like, yeah, because you're not giving them a reason to. You also want like women to need you as opposed to want you. And it's like, dear gentlemen, you don't understand the power of a woman who wants you. It's like, oh, she wants you. She gonna like bend some things. Like, yeah, okay, so he got stinky feet, but God, that man make me laugh. God, that man takes care of me. God, that man listens to me. If I'm having a bad day, he the one I want to call. So I'm like, I'm gonna look over some stuff because I want that person in my life. Need is so much stronger than want now because, yeah, women who needed men suffered through a whole lot. They're like, oh, girl, like they cried themselves to sleep. They go see their deceased spouses at the graveyard just to make sure that man's still dead. They're like, why are you here? Oh, you miss him? No, I'm just making sure he's still dead.
Damn.
Yeah, that is no joke. I heard that before.
I just want to make sure. I'm like, I'll make sure he ain't like, because he pulled the okey doke on me when he was like, I just want to make sure that he is still gone. Because I don't need him coming back into my life and messing stuff up. Yeah, I'm like, I guess you've never seen those women at the cemetery I have when I go. Yeah, I do.
I've heard
They'll be
that.
like,
I met somebody who told me that she went there, and yeah, I'm not gonna say the other part that she did, but I get it because when she told me, and
you're
somebody's
like,
like,
wait,
"Oh, we need
what?
to go
I'm like,
back.
I'm
We
just
need to
making
go back."
sure.
I'm like, you want that woman to go back to? Oh, hell no, you know. And by the way, my mom is also one of those women. Even though we're not on a great relationship, I don't want her to go back to the man who, my brother's dad, who made life hell for her after marriage, and she came to America. Then she discovered that man had 10 kids with two different women, or maybe three. I don't even know how many.
What
But they were
in
like,
the
how many
corral is
kids?
going on?
And yeah, so that might not even be the end of the kids because my brother was born, and then so 11. How many? But bro, when was it going to stop? But if you were he never paid child support for those kids. So even like, well, I know when he died, the ones in the UK, because some became British citizens, they were like, "Why are you telling us?" When my brother tried to inform them that, yeah, your dad dying, and they're like, "Hey, my dad, I never spoke to him for how many decades." And is it their mom that will not care? Right? Like you don't. So people just want to go back. Yeah, don't you go back. You time travel back and go experience what was happening then, and be like, oh, you know what? Can I time travel back to where I'm coming from? I want to change. I don't want that
Please
change
tell us when
anymore.
America was great. Go ahead and tell us which decade, which time frame was so great. I'm pretty sure you're going to talk about something in the 40s, 50s, 60s,
Hey, that's where they
60s.
always go.
That's
40s,
where y'all want to
50s.
go
You
back.
ask
I'm
that,
like,
and they don't know
What
what
is
to say.
interesting is also
They'll
we
be
see
like,
this.
"When was America great?" They don't know what to say. I'm like,
they never have no answer for you.
they
It's
ain't
like,
got
oh
no
really?
damn
What?
answer.
Like really? When was that?
When was
Oh,
America great?
I gotta go, girl. I gotta go get my drink. Oh yeah, you sure do. Go ahead and go pick up your.
Don't duck. This ain't
They
dodgeball.
just called your name, Shirley. They just called your name, Pat. I heard them. Go on, go get your drink.
Also, this election we saw something very weird, which is young women becoming right wing as well, which doesn't happen that often.
Becoming what?
Becoming
Young
right-wing.
women becoming more right wing. Gen Z women are more right wing than millennial women.
Because they're becoming emboldened because of the dudes that whose penises they sit on like at least 3 times a week.
Yeah.
They're getting more emboldened to say it because they got the TikTok, so they're gonna sit there like, baby. Steve is not calling you because let's be very clear. That one podcasting white woman who literally would say, like, basically, when I tell people, all misogynists do not identify as male. They don't.
Yes.
So you will find non-male people who are misogynists. She is one of them. And they're just like, girl, she is ugly. I don't want her. I'm like, girl, you doing all this performance for people who don't want you either. Stupid.
It's a sad day when they
call
find
you
out.
ugly.
You do all that performance and then they still dump you. And then you there's gonna be a day when they're gonna run coming out. I think it's coming soon. We're gonna see them and they'll be like, I voted for him. I didn't realize it was this, and I
didn't know. I'm like, y'all effed around and found out, and when y'all have this woman march in January and you don't see no black woman, don't be surprised.
I ain't
it's like,
marching.
we told you. I'm sorry, I'm sick. I'm like, I'm sick that day. It's in January. I know what day it is. I know when it's happening. I'll be sick that day.
So, I don't have a mattress of vitamins to sell you. Still, I've got something even better. Behind the scenes bonus episodes with full videos available exclusively on Patreon for just $3 a month. Yeah, that's cheaper than that fancy cup of coffee. Whether you're a capitalist, socialist, or however you identify, you can even be demure. Feel free to contribute what feels right. You'll be supporting a great cause, helping me improve content, and maybe even enjoying that seasonal pumpkin spice latte. Don't you just love pumpkin spice season? Go straight to patreon.com/whitelabelamericans. One language that I never liked was the folks who were the non-committed, who said they were going to vote non-committed. I always wondered why they always kept using the language punish. We wanted to punish VP Harris. I mean, you want to punish the black woman? Okay. We're going to punish VP Harris. But I was like, there's another candidate who is a much bigger threat to you. But you were never trying to punish him. And now that we have the results that we have, I saw the main guy from the non-committed campaign or whatever they call themselves, even though they were voting for Jill Stein. I thought they would go be appealing to Jill Stein. He is like, Joe Biden needs to do a lot to protect Palestinian people before he leaves office. I'm like, the guy's priorities have changed. You gave Trump a mandate. You did. You gave him a mandate with your actions. It's like people don't realize that. I don't understand how these people calculate politics, how they do their thing. But you did give him a mandate, and he has seen it. He's like, yeah, they're on my side now. You turned down a black woman. You said you wanted to punish her. So you've punished her, right? You keep using that language of punish. They did something similar in 2016 too. Say want to punish Hillary. Okay, Benny Bros.
Like,
all right. It's always the women you seem to want to punish. I don't get this punishing thing, this fetish with fetishization with punishing. But all right. So
because they don't want women now.
Yeah, and for me, I called it what it is, and I have a friend who I've probably lost. He moved to Canada and just before the elections with his family, and on the day he was moving, I went to say bye to him, and he cussed me out for like 30 minutes to say I don't care about Palestinian people and all that because I was against politicians who just use Free Palestine as cover to not do anything, not do their regular jobs. Because I'm like, you still have a job. And when you're not doing your job, your constituencies notices and they'll vote you out. So that's why Jamal Brown lost in his primaries in New York. He is a terrible congressman. Cori Bush too. I've seen some stuff about
Really?
her. Yeah, people they just focus on because he said free Palestine. That's why he got voted out. I'm like, what has he done? Come ask his constituents. What has he done as a congressman? You were fighting Marjorie Taylor every day in nobody elected you to go do that. You can't win a shouting match with that woman. Even Alexandria Ocasio told you, calm down, calm down. But my boy was like, no,
Mhm.
you don't like Palestinians. That's why you said it was good that Jamal Brown lost. It's a lesson that people should learn. You want to? I said, no, you took everything wrong, but okay. And he joined. He was part of the punish. I think he was part of the punish Harris. I don't know for sure, but now he's been quiet since the election. He's been
Yeah.
quiet because now I'm like, you know what's coming. Now you all are begging the same man you call genocidal because they were calling Joe Biden a genocidal
Mhm.
person. And the crazy thing is that October 7th happened, and October 8th, Joe Biden gave an interview, and everything he said in that interview was fact on 60 Minutes.
Mhm.
And these people skipped over that. All they wanted is like some magical pill bullet to happen. If October 7th did not happen, Netanyahu wouldn't be in office in Israel. The Israelis were about to kick him out of office.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there were protests in Israel to kick him
Mm.
out. There was
Mm.
massive protests because he's been on some mad corruption thing. So he was trying to sack Supreme Court justices illegally.
Oh,
And
boy.
Israelis didn't like that. So even the army, folks from the army were all out in protest, everybody. And then October 7th happened and united
Mhm.
the whole country into one cause. And people are like, Joe
Mm.
Biden, stop. I'm like, Joe Biden was like, there's no way they have a right to defend themselves, but we're only going to try and tell them mitigate this. Don't go too crazy. Because there's nowhere in the world where something like that happens and you go tell people, hey, calm down. No, it's not one country. That leader gonna be fired that day. The country gonna come out and lash out. And Hamas was counting on that to happen. Their leaders were bragging about it. It don't matter how
Mm.
many people die, we'll get our cause because they knew they will win online. They will win the moral war online and that kind of thing. They knew what they were going for. But
Mhm.
too many people, those people on the non-committed side seem to be more interested in winning on social media than going to the polls to give a mandate to their next leaders to give a mandate to say we don't want Trump in office because he will do far worse. The man moved the capital to Jerusalem, United States embassy to Jerusalem, which no president had done, Republican or Democrat. He gave a sign
Mm.
to Netanyahu. Netanyahu started campaigning openly for him to win. And you are saying is the person who Trump is running against. That is the problem. All right. Now, why do your tone change after Trump wins? Why do you all now start singing a different tone? Oh, black people need to come to stand by us. No, it's black people that.
Nope.
But you said a
They
black
don't.
woman needs to be punished. You were open about punishing a black woman. What message were you
Like, I'm going
sending?
to withhold my vote from her. I'm not, quote unquote, I cannot vote for her. And it's like, I can't do this. I can't do that. And I'm like,
So I
we're
feel
not
for the
doing this with
Palestinians,
y'all today.
but nobody was talking about the fighting in Cameroon. Nobody we postponed it, we pushed back a whole lot of
Yeah,
conflict.
Hamas was in African countries
There's
too.
like more
Like, it
than
wasn't
10
just
going on in
one
Africa
place,
right now. And it's
like
like,
multiple places.
Joe Biden's administration had made big efforts to stop the Sudanese civil war, and October 7th happened, and same media folks were like, there was no focus on the Middle East. That's why it happened. Try to blame Joe Biden again, as always, blame Biden for everything, and all focus turned to Israel and Palestine, and they left Sudan, and now Sudan has only gotten worse, and now it's spreading to other countries, including Egypt, that's dealing
Mhm.
with Israel, Palestine at the same time. But it's like it's weird that people just leave all that out of the way and say it's only these people that matter, only this conflict that matter, only this one. And I'm like, people who are causing
No,
other conflicts are using it, are firing you up, and all they just have to say is free Palestine. And people are just like, yeah, they're good. I'm like, that's all it takes. That doesn't make you a qualified leader. That doesn't make you a good leader just because I say free Palestine. No, I'll still hold you accountable because you have a job to do. And if you're not doing that job, then get out of the way. And once I say something like that, then somebody gets mad at me, and now he can't talk anymore because, okay, I mean, you've moved to another country, but you still know what's coming.
This is the issue, because when it really is for it really is free Palestine. Here's the however comma. Um, you want you basically we want to act like historically Israel and America are not friends. We're not allies. America's a superpower, and they want to maintain their allies. Israel has always been an ally, unfortunately. So what did you think they were going to do? Not saying, and I'm like, this is not an excuse. And it's like one, but some folks can't even go knock on their neighbor's door if they hear people fighting. You hear somebody getting beat up and y'all mind y'all business for a neighbor.
Yeah.
So think about like this. It's like, think about your neighbor that you know is beating on their spouse or beating on their children, and y'all never say nothing. It's like, so think about it that way. Israel is beating on their child right now. They are beating on someone right now. And basically, America's that neighbor across the street who act like they don't hear nothing. And that's unfortunate and that's horrible. But that's literally what we're looking at right now. They're like, oh, I ain't hear nothing. I didn't hear anything. I mean, sometimes they get a little out of hand over there. You get a little ruckus, but it's like, they're being wishy-washy because we've been allies with Israel way too long. And this has been going on way too long. Hence, why a lot of people didn't know before October 6th, 2023, that this was truly an issue. And this has been going on for 7 decades.
Yeah,
We
that
didn't
was
know
another
that. And
thing.
that's by design. That's by design.
That's another thing. And last thing I would say on that is that, I respect people who went out there to protest. That's fine. But at the end of the day, voting is also an act of protest. It's one of the biggest forms of protest. And when you rather go stand in colleges, you shut schools down, and you refuse to utilize the biggest form of protest, it makes me question, what was your goal at the end of the day? What was all this about? Because it's like that internet war. I got to win on social media, get that clout. That's more important than achieving real, sustainable, actual goals, achieving something that has an actual impact. Because the whole conflict, you have countries like Saudi Arabia, which is also an American ally, that there's a question there. And if Saudi Arabia says, you know what, finish the Palestinians, we don't care. There's something, it's a weird
Wheels will
thing,
be up
because
so quick.
Saudi
Wheels will be
Arabia
up.
is like Iran cannot cross over here. We don't want Iran here. And at the same time, it's like when it's convenient, Saudi Arabia is like, okay, we'll speak up on Palestine. There's some weird things that people are not smart enough. Not all of us can tackle it. It's too big to tackle. That's why I'm like, yeah, let the people who it's their job to tackle this. And we have a sane person in the office of Joe Biden, and he has a great team who are like, we don't want you guys to commit this atrocity. Please, we are trying to stop you. They're talking to people in the region, and people are like, oh, here, genocide. Joe Biden is about genocide. I'm like, God, leave, man. Why you just jump straight to, he's not the ruler of Israel. This
isn't our country.
It's not. But, well, okay, we'll find out.
It's Joe Biden's fault? You think that the U.S. is Israel's only ally?
Man, people are dumb. That's what I chalk it up to. Is like they know Israel got hella allies.
But now, but it's also convenient for, then it's like, okay, we've been talking about Palestine, and we wake up one day, oh, Sudan is still there. Yeah, remember Sudan? And then it's like, oh, we forgot about Eastern Congo. I'm like, okay, but those...
Also, not even talking about Ukraine anymore.
And then,
I'm like,
oh,
I thought
Ukraine
y'all
is there.
cared about this.
And I'm like...
Y'all said y'all cared.
I'm
Y'all
like,
not talking about
if...
Ukraine
And I was asking my former friend that, he tried to say it's about Muslims caring. And I said, okay, China says free Palestine. But if you ask China about the Uyghurs, where there's actual concentration camps in China, locking those guys up. What is
Mm.
that about? Aren't they Muslims? They don't count. What about
Mm.
the Rohingyas? That is a genocide that's actually everybody has just been like, you know what, do what you want to do there. It's okay. It seems like
Mm.
everybody has taken. China is not saying free Rohingyas. Why is China not saying that? But China seems to have seen an opportunity to get a win over Joe Biden. That's all it seemed to. Because if there was no win over Joe Biden, China won't come out forcefully and say free Palestine. China's policy is we don't interfere in other people's business, internal business. So
Correct.
you are now speaking up because all the Africans that you give weapons to, all the African countries, China is way ahead of America on that, by the way. If you tell China, oh, this guy is about to kill some people in his ethnic cleansing in his country, China's like, we don't interfere in domestic, another country's domestic policy, internal affairs. So it's not our policy. And then on this matter, you're like, oh, we have an opportunity here. We're going to step out and be like, yeah, so now we are speaking. And it's like, it puts you on the opposite side of America. And that's what they saw as a win. That's all it is.
That's all they wanted.
Because if you have the Uyghurs, you're doing the exact same thing with the Uyghurs back home. And, but anyway.
It's like, how you talking about this? It's like, baby, like, how are y'all talking about this? I'm like, how you sweep around your door before you come over here to actually say anything? You might want to actually look at this. And like, for the folks that were withholding their vote, like, you do realize if you did vote for her and she won, you realize you could really turn the screws on this woman. Like, we voted you in to get rid of this. It's like, yeah, it's like, I'm not trying to say you should have sold your vote. It's like, baby, we want ceasefire day one, January 20th, 2025. We want ceasefire now. We wanted it yesterday. Like, you're 7 decades too late. However, y'all could have turned the screws on her so quick. Because those voices, Kamala would have actually paid attention to your voice. Trump, not so much. It's like, hey, hi, we got you in this office.
Have you ever seen them protesting at a Trump rally? Have you ever seen the
y'all
Free Palestine?
Kamala and Joe Biden, but y'all not at Trump rallies acting a fool. You don't ever see them doing this. Why not?
So why aren't you there?
Ain't that what y'all said?
So that's the question I always ask. Like, why didn't you go to the Republican convention and make a statement and say, hey, there's nobody
y'all
from...
busy that day? Were y'all sick?
Yeah.
Sick that day?
Like, there was no Palestinian got to speak there. Why didn't you make that case? But it's like we can only attack one side and get everything. And I'm like, at the same time that you need Congress too. It's not just a president. If you want everything that you want, you need a Congress. So you should be telling people to vote for the president and to give the president a Congress and a Senate that can give you this mandate that you want.
Correct.
And somehow,
which is what has happened now.
Well, they gave. That's why I said they gave Trump a mandate. Everything that you said you weren't going to do for Madam Vice President. You did everything for Trump, and then now you're like, Joe Biden, fix it. I'm like, okay.
He's like, no. He be like, excuse me, I'm getting ready from retirement. Yeah, I'm looking at my retirement package. Okay.
I try to help you all. You all said I was too old, so okay. I'll take the Amtrak train back to Delaware and go take care of my family.
Come on, Amtrak.
Yeah, he loved the Amtrak train. I respect my man, Uncle Joe. He's my good friend.
Okay.
He's my good friend. I love that. If you have white friends and they don't behave like Uncle Joe Biden, hey, get you new white friends, because that's how my white friends got to behave. Because
I even like VP, like Kamala Harris's VP pick. It was like I kind of like glad that I didn't really know nothing about him, but I kind of liked him. So it was kind of like she didn't have it wasn't a bad VP pick. And it was kind of like y'all just were not going to vote for her. And now you're like, nope, we're going to stick it to her. I'm going to withhold my vote. And it's like, how is that helpful against a person? Like, she's not running against Marco Rubio.
Oh.
So we're not doing this today. You're literally, she's running against a demon who is not prepared, refuses to prepare, said, I ain't doing no more debates. And y'all literally let this happen. I'm like, in what world, in any presidential election cycle, have we never seen like at least 2 or 3 different debates between the president and the vice president pick? And we did not get any of that leading up to election. And it was like, oh, that's right, because y'all don't care.
They don't.
Y'all just not letting this black woman, this black South Asian woman, come in here and run this country because you know she would.
That's their
hi,
biggest
we did
fear.
this with Hillary. Hillary was right about everything. She's like,
Everything.
you let him do this, it's like boop, 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 boop. And now she looks like a daggone oracle.
Hey, Hillary
Because
knew.
everything she said happened.
Everything she said was right. I mean, she knew she's the most qualified candidate we've had for president. So
I told everybody, like most black women, when we apply for any job, we're overqualified for the position we're applying for. Kamala Harris was overqualified to be
she
president.
was over. I mean,
she was. It's like Hillary was qualified. Kamala was overqualified. That did not matter. Y'all like, nope, I don't want no woman running this country.
yeah,
It's like, y'all, I'm like, I don't remember y'all like saying, let's withhold this vote from Joe. And it's like, you can say it's about Palestine. You can, but it's like, baby, you can get more out of a candidate if they in the office as opposed to if they're not.
exactly. And on my man Joe Biden, remember, he didn't have to. He showed me the power of whiteness because he didn't have to run on a policy. He had to run on fuck Trump. That was it.
That part.
And when he said,
like,
when he said on the debate, when he said on the debate, will you shut up? No, how did he say it again? Will you shut the hell up? And I said, this man hates Trump more than I hate Trump.
Man fight on the camera. I love it.
He would have beaten Trump. He would have beaten Trump. He don't come from Joe Biden seen life. He's seen life, man. And he lost how many kids?
From Delaware. He was ready.
He was ready. He would have beaten. You know, Trump would have my uncle was injured. That's why I lost the fight. Trump already had excuses before that fight even began.
You know he did.
He got excuses. But that moment he said that, I was like, the only way you defeat Trump is with a white man. That's why I didn't want Joe Biden to step down, because that seemed to be the only language that these people understood that put whiteness up there. They'll be like, okay, yeah. After that, anything can happen. But as far as it's Trump running, that guy is the most underqualified. No, what's the word I'm looking for?
He doesn't even need he needs the minimum qualifications.
Is not qualified to run.
Everybody on this call.
Trump is not qualified to run.
I know you're not a
non-profit. His non-profit was a disaster. Everything this guy touches is a disaster.
That school that's unaccredited, all them people pay for that school. It's like, baby, you got bigger things to worry about. Like, what about these thousands of people who went to your Trump school, and that basically that degree means nothing.
And what happened to some people that were on the damn Apprentice? Where they at? They haven't done shit, you know. And also, Trump done had 3 bankruptcies. You feel me? So
3.
Something ain't right here. So if y'all really trusting this man, come on now.
Run the biggest economy in the world, the most successful economy in the world, the economy that was
access to the nuclear codes.
Codes.
No, girl.
Oh man, the moment.
Please leave us alone.
Oh man,
it's like and please don't ask black people to come in here and fix it. It's like, oh, are y'all with us? We asked y'all to be with us, and you refused.
Go ask.
And now
go
you want
ask.
us to come over there and fix it.
Jill Stein.
Go ask your buddy.
Jill Stein is there.
They dropped out.
Jill Stein is available.
Jill Stein can't come back in 4 years.
She can fix it. She's available. She ain't got nothing to do right now. She got enough money. Go fix it, Jill Stein. Live. Yeah, Jill Stein fix it.
She ironically dropped out of the race on election day.
She dropped
when
out?
People were doing early voting and mail-in voting, so they already put your name on a ballot.
Oh, yeah.
She mysteriously, it was something weird. Like, I don't think she made like an official statement, but then all of a sudden she stepped down. It was election day when this came out. I'm like, so all them people who early voted or mailed in voted and put your name on the ballot,
yeah,
they like more than ever, they really did throw away their vote, because homegirl said, yeah, I'm out on election day, not a month ago. Not this summer.
Scam.
November 5th. Girl.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if she takes if Trump names her on his cabinet. He gonna
He
name
does have
us
the
the.
Legion of it's the Legion of Doom in there, so
Yeah.
you might as well add Jill Stein in there.
He gonna be
Why
like,
the heck not?
I love diversity. I love women. You know, Jill Stein, come here. Jill Stein's gonna be my what are you gonna name her for? Something that has to do with scam. She gonna be in charge of scams. I'm like, God damn. Yeah, because she good. She good with the scams. Because she just appear and people be like, yeah, I'm voting for Jill Stein. Like every 4 years, find one black guy with a kufi, show up to be her VP. Nobody remembers her VPs. Yeah, nobody remembers their names. It's like the Men in Black stick they used. She used.
Yeah, they got neuralized. They're like, who's that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know about her VP pick until it came out what he said about trans people.
Oh, yeah.
That's the first time I'm like, I did not know who the heck he was. I'm like, and if y'all think, for the folks that are in the community, if you think he is acting independent of Joe Spine, I have a vineyard in California to sell you.
Mm-hmm.
I do have 2 vineyards to sell in case you're interested.
Come on. Ooh,
I'll give a military discount. You know, if you
come on, California,
bring the money quick. We accept dollars, gold, pounds, sterling.
California grape.
I might need that money to, I might, just let me know. Hit me in the back channels, or hit up Ashwin. Hit up Ashwin. He's my middleman.
He got at least 4 of it. He got 4 vineyards. He's like, hey, he is the vineyard czar. Okay, he got all the vineyards.
Hey, tell him
I'm chair of the vineyard committee.
Sorry, Victor.
I said, tell if you such good with the vineyards, tell one of them vineyards come sponsor me then.
Ow! Come on, sponsorship.
Oh man, so we can't be all doom and gloom, Going forward, how do you protect your peace, and how do you heal? How do you heal? Yeah.
Well, number one, you got to have some time for you. You got to have some time to unplug, put all your devices on do not disturb, and just watch a movie or do something relaxing, or go to the spa, or go for a workout, or just go for a walk. Do something to unplug and unwind to where you're not taking the news and all that stuff. Because if you sit up there and watch the news every day, you're going to go crazy. Because I know people down here, when the hurricanes were coming, they were just watching the news nonstop, tracking it. Where this hurricane going, bitch, relax. We know the damn storm coming. Just be prepared and just learn to relax. So that's how you got to do that.
Yeah, you can't sit and watch it, because literally on election night, I was watching Steven Universe. I'm like, I can't watch this. I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I don't want to freak out yet, but I'm gonna watch Steven Universe. I watched the movie. I watched the whole series, and I think I watched Avatar too.
Nice.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm unplugging from a lot of this stuff, because I had this conversation with my mom, and she had trepidation about this election, because this made her more nervous, and I was like, I'm not that nervous, because I was more nervous for Hillary, because I knew those white Republicans, those men on both sides, by the way, they don't like Hillary. So I was like, I was more nervous in 2016 than I was in 2024, and I should have kept the same energy that I had in 2016, because it was kind of like, you didn't hear too many people speaking out against Kamala, and it could be by design, because of when she started her campaign. I feel like it would have went how it went all the other years when Kamala was a candidate for president, and she people worked her out. If everybody looks at 2020's Democratic nominations, that's the most diverse group of candidates that was jockeying for the Democratic vote, and we ended up getting a white man. It's like, if y'all look at who was there, it's like y'all worked out a lot of progressive people. No, I'm not counting Bernie Sanders. Bernie, you had one.
He don't count.
In 2016, it's literally like, you could literally just be a Democrat to get the nomination and get president. It's like, I could say a lot about Bernie. Guess what? Still would have voted for him. Because I'm like, I'm looking at the forest beyond the trees. Gone are the days where we're voting for somebody that we like. It's like we don't have that luxury anymore. We gotta look for the forest beyond. Who is like, it's not even lesser of two evils. It's like, who literally will cause me less harm We're not lesser to evil now. It's like, who is less harm? And there's no world that it was not Kamala Harris. It's no world. I don't care what y'all say. Hashtag y'all. Not y'all,
Hashtag
but the
y'all.
hashtag y'all.
Yep.
Yes, hashtag y'all.
Because ain't nobody on this call. Because we're like, forest beyond the trees. Who's going to actually hurt me less? And it really is going to be the person who actually would listen. That's how they get Democrats. That's how we get Democrats. Democrats will actually entertain you.
Mhm.
Republicans will be like Marco Rubio. We will burn that country down to the ground. If they got to burn that whole country to get Hamas out, so be it. I'm like,
I mean, you saw
do y'all hear this?
you
Do
saw
y'all hear
you
this?
saw what they did to their boy Ted Cruz. His real name came out when he tried to run for president.
And it was like, sir,
That's when I
your
realized
last name is Cruz. I'm like, let's not do this today.
That's when I realized
and people still in
the
Texas
Ted
still vote
was.
for his ass.
Hell.
Yeah, that's when I realized
Hell.
that Ted wasn't his real name. I was like, oh, so Ted wasn't your real name. The real name came out.
It's like, girl, his last name is Cruz. I could have told you that. It's like people don't really care about that kind of stuff. They don't care. I'm like, when Trump, and everybody's like, Trump did not say this. Yes, he actually did.
He
I
did.
could shoot somebody in the middle of Times Square and I wouldn't lose a vote, and he didn't. Same women who voted for him. It's like, this man said you could just grab women by the pussy, and y'all were like, I'm still gonna vote for her because I'm a woman and we just need to be home. It's like, since when was Hillary ever home? And why should she be?
I mean, he started
Y'all have
began
been
his
wanting to
campaign
get her
with
since the
pure
80s.
racism. The very first thing out of his mouth was the Mexicans are rapists.
We gotta get these immigrants out. I'm like, y'all don't know how federal budgets work. I'm like, they taking hurricane funds and give it to immigration. That's literally not how federal budgets work. This is not, I gotta move my money from my savings to my checking. That is not how that's how your accounts work. That is not how federal budgets work. They got budgets for a whole bunch of stuff, and some of that money sits for years because it's never used.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so what are you talking? I'm like, that's how you like. This is how he went after poor, and I'm putting uneducated in quotes because you having a bachelor's, master's, anything like that does not make you instinctively smart.
No.
Makes you like have a whole bunch of degrees in your book smart. That don't make you smart. But he went over quote unquote uneducated white people. And y'all believed it. And it's like, where are you getting this from? Oh, I heard the man say it on the television. I'm like, this is the same man who wanted to get rid of the postal service. And it's like, oh, everybody gonna use UPS and FedEx and DHL. I'm like, you do realize in rural areas, they have to do that because the postal service don't go that far to their damn house.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And this is the same man y'all listened to that told y'all to cure COVID with bleach. And
with bleach.
Drink bleach.
Doing that. They were actually drinking
and people
bleach.
did that and died. People did that and died.
Yes,
like,
that's what I'm like. How stupid can y'all get?
It's like, oh, we moved on from that. Like, moved on. 1 million people, over 1 million people died. If that was Barack Obama, he will be in The Hague right now. He'll be then they would have chased him to the moon.
They
Get
would have
out.
had somebody to assassinate Obama.
Jeez.
Hello. If he had called it the China flu, y'all be like, how could you say that? That white man that y'all just love said that.
Mm-hmm.
They say that. They say a lot of stuff all the time. It's like last time it was Jimmy Fallon, mussing up his hair. People like, oh, okay, he cool. Now it's he on Joe Rogan. Everybody loves Joe Rogan. I'm like, they're not the people to listen to.
Ah.
You don't speak for me. It's like, y'all not the Lorax. Y'all don't speak for the trees.
But we also have to bring up people like Jon Stewart, also trying to be like, I'm cozy, but I'm not going to go all the way out to call out the elephant in the room and say it's about economics. That's why they voted for Trump. I'm like, y'all need to stop this BS because you're supposed to be smart enough to know the reason because you did
you're still talking about 9/11 and people like victims from 9/11.
Yeah.
2001. Shut up. Don't do this.
But I've met him. He knows me, and it's weird that every time when it gets to racism, whiteness, then that blanket comes over him, and it's like, I just have to be friends with. I'm like, okay, you're friends with people who are racist, and all right, then even Rachel Maddow defends what's the Fox guy, Tucker Carlson. they just have this weird thing of okay, well, I'm like, all right, I'll leave it to you.
Like,
You
wait a
guys
minute, girl.
take over, handle it. We'll leave it to you. But anyway,
Y'all
Ashwin,
will go.
how do you protect your peace and heal? How do you heal?
I think it's two things. One is delete Twitter, but similar to delete Twitter, I think it's more about dismantling all these mechanisms of power on
Mm.
through which we are being controlled. So, for instance, I think one thing that we need to do is build these like networks of resilience that don't depend on the USD. That's the main thing we need to do for each other is being able to transfer value to each other, bypassing traditional systems which are centralized forms of power. Like
So
for instance,
you
I
trying to
don't
sell
believe
me
that we
crypto
should be
right
building.
now? Because somebody tried to
No,
get me
nothing.
crypto
He said, let's
yesterday.
get some. He said, he's like Bitcoin. Let's up and
Yeah.
stuff.
Because I was like,
I'm saying we go the complete op. I'm saying we stop bringing in as many mediums as possible. Bitcoin is just a different
Mm.
medium. I'm saying we do direct, like the Native Americans did, direct, like a potluck. A potluck is exactly that. It's just community sharing of resources,
Mm.
bypassing USD, bypassing Twitter. Even I'm saying we should form mechanisms of power that even bypass electoralism itself, because
Mm.
electoral politics just doesn't seem to be working for the common people. Popular vote, unpopular vote, electoral college, whatever it is, and then even if even like if the Democrats win the presidency, they'll somehow F it up in the Congress and Senate and local level. And even if they have all three houses of power, unlike the Republicans, I think the Democrats, they won't like take the risk. So I think it's up to us. It's all up to us at the end of the day. And I think the first thing to do is dismantle. Like Twitter only has power because we give it power.
true.
And the same goes for, I think, electoral politics and the USD. I think
Mm.
we should not rely on it too much to transfer value to each other. I think we should just directly transfer value to each other without any mediums.
Mm.
I think it's the mediums, it's the reliance on these mediums that really trap us, put us into bubbles and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but how do we
So
transfer the power through mediums when you got a Jill Stein around who gonna show up and say, I hear you, I speak for
yeah.
you, but you gotta give me money to my campaign and we're gonna take the power for the people. I'm like, girl, if you don't, I
Anybody who's asking for your vote or for your money or
now,
something
she ain't
is
asking for your vote, she
yeah.
asking for your money. That's all she asking for.
Judging.
Whoever is
Yeah.
asking you for anything, I think it's more like I just don't buy it. I just don't think that's the way. The only way is like it's direct. It's like what you and I, you come to my house and you eat when you're hungry, and when I'm hungry, I come to your house to eat. And I think that is more important. Building those kind of systems of transferring value directly and reducing our reliance on these kind of centralized forms of power is the only way. It's never going to be through. The answer is never. It's like we always think, oh, the way is through the mountain. The real
Mm.
truth is actually we got to go back and go wherever we
Mm.
want, but then we are too afraid to do anything, so we just keep fighting in this one direction. We are like, oh, Democrat or Republican or this or that in one direction. The reality, the answer is not in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is somewhere else. And as long as we keep doing this digging in one direction, we forget that there are other possibilities, other options and stuff like that, and we are kept trapped in this. Like like the problem, like I think we are being driven towards apathy.
Yeah.
Mm.
But what we realize is that the apathy is not towards the possibility of change. It's that these current systems don't work. So we need to reduce our reliance on systems that do not work and stop trying to prop up it's like a zombie. We are trying to keep alive this American dream, which is not real.
It's because the system was never designed for anybody except for white people.
Pretty much.
So
Basically,
that's why we're sitting
exactly,
here
exactly,
like this, because it's like
exactly.
I agree that
Yeah,
the system don't work. It's like the bad part about it is it kind of is working because it wasn't
Like,
designed with us in
like I've
mind.
said,
exactly,
It's not designed with
yeah,
exactly,
any
correct.
of us in
the
mind.
We are
system is
just
like
in a
bleach,
new
ladies and
feudal.
gentlemen. The system is like bleach. It only works on whites. They'll fuck up the
Come
everything.
on, come
So listen,
on,
that's
come
what the
on, Victor, you
system
better
is designed to do.
eat. It's like bleach; it only works on whites.
Very good.
Okay,
Very good.
I might make that the title. It's like bleach.
Yes.
it's like bleach. It's like
Yeah.
Oh man, that was
it
good.
is
That was good.
though.
But now you have
Exactly.
an
That was a good
insight
one.
into why Ashwin is my master of chaos. Although he didn't mention the name I was expecting him to mention, but he didn't go to his
Uh-oh.
arch. He didn't go to his arch nemesis. He mentioned my
Yes,
arch
but
nemesis
that's
platform.
Wait, who's your
but you're right. My
arch-nemesis?
arch nemesis is, you're exactly right. Everyone would think it's Elon Musk.
Elon Musk
It's
is
really
mine.
not. It's really not. Elon Musk is the clown.
Yeah, he's the clown. That's
Okay.
He's a
true.
clown.
He's the clown with a whole
he's the
bunch of
clown
money.
that we can all see. The
Mhm.
real scary one is Jeff Bezos.
Oh my
If
God.
He's
Ashwin
the
hasn't
true
mentioned Jeff
Oh my God,
Bezos,
yes.
if Ashwin hasn't mentioned Jeff Bezos, it talks. Well,
Yeah, because he really is. 'Cause I'm like, Elon Musk is also an illegal immigrant.
Eh,
You
ex-
came here illegally.
Elon
Wait,
So
Bezos
why
Musk-
is
you
a-
speak
Bezos
about
is an
that?
Musk,
immigrant?
any-
Clown the kettle black,
Eh,
basically.
Bezos is an
Any-
immigrant?
I think
Yes,
it's him.
yes,
Was it him and his
yes.
brother who came
No,
here
both.
illegally?
Him
Ah.
too.
I didn't
It's
know that.
like,
He worked illegally on a student visa. That's illegal. You
Aye.
get deported for that.
No wonder he,
did get
no wonder
deported for that.
no wonder he
Students
looked like
get
a villain.
relegated.
Yeah.
Yeah, he do look like he could be Lex Luger.
Yep.
okay, because I was like, ooh. I'm like, no.
If a billionaire is
terrible.
supporting a particular political power, that means that guy is not really that powerful. If a billionaire doesn't care who's president, that's a scary billionaire.
It's like, oh, like, I'm
That's
like,
the
okay, put him
scary
in.
ass.
It don't,
Yeah.
they're like, it don't really affect me. I'm like, I get that you're a billionaire, but oh baby, you just want that. You want that tax break. It's like, yeah, it's 2024, and do you know, like, some of the Reaganomics? How old long ago was Reagan president? And it's still like Reaganomics era stuff still actually in effect. So when people say, oh, like he's only in there 4 years, I'm like, y'all have never heard of Reaganomics, have you? Never heard of it, have you?
The damage done in 4 years takes over 15 years to rectify. That's
We have
I
a red
try to remember
Congress,
who said
a
that.
red
Who
Supreme
said that?
Court, and a
Mhm.
red president. Oh, it's gonna be
And
bleeding
the
for a little
Senate.
while.
And the
Yeah.
Senate.
Right.
And
It's like we have red
Every,
all over.
and the courts, and the federal court,
and the
and
first
the high court. And
his
the,
first tenure, he had people from his own party who were like, we ain't gonna just go with him. But now you have everybody literally
Yes.
saying, yes, hail
Again.
the king. They're all saying
It's
hail the
One
clear.
king.
man,
It's very
Hail
one,
the
clear.
one
king.
man, one
Exactly.
sound.
Yep.
It's
Ron
all hail the
DeSantis
king.
got, that was the test that they did. They threw Ron
Yeah.
DeSantis to see, like, oh, what can happen, and they found out.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Right.
Yeah. It's
And
not
that's
gonna
gonna
work
harm
out.
so many people because you're like, I just couldn't do it. I'm like, so we're not saying if you dead, lie down. You hey, hi, Lazarus, get resurrected because this shouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Period. It's like get
One
up.
thing I'll say to the audience about protecting your peace: do not be like a Nikki Haley. Whatever you do, that woman's still waiting for a phone call from Trump for some weird reason. Yeah, you're a big dummy.
He
Because
still is not. He's still not picking you.
he
He's
don't
like,
he don't
you're
he
not-
don't
he's
he
still
don't
not
have
picking you.
any respect for you. You are like, but yeah, whatever
What's
you
amazing
do,
is he was using you basically. You just need to go ahead and take that L because he was basically
Thank you.
using you.
there were
Correct.
people in the Republican Party that were mad at her for not endorsing Madam Vice President, and we're telling her like, go attack him all the way, and she's like, I'm gonna be with. I'm expecting Donald Trump to call me. I said, okay, good for you. You're gonna find out.
Mhm.
If he ever calls you, he gonna call you and say, I never knew she was Indian until today.
He gonna call
And
you,
then
ask for
you
somebody's
and
number.
then you gonna
Hey,
be like,
you
what? Then she go.
He's gonna call Nikki and say, "Hey, you got so and so's number? I've been trying to reach her."
Yeah, exactly. That's something. Run an errand for me, and I need you to go.
Also,
look.
I say get all these Indians out of American politics.
Vivek
Too
needs
many
to
of
go.
them.
It's like Vivek is still around. I'm like,
Vivek,
seriously,
Nikki, who else
Vivek-
we
get him
got?
out of
We
here.
got Usha Vance.
Vivek and Tulsi Oh Lord,
Tulsi, I forgot
Tulsi.
Tulsi. Tulsi is
She's
not. Is
about
she?
to be director of
Matt Gates for Attorney General.
uh,
I know you
I
lying
think
right
Tulsi
now.
is Hindu but not Indian. But yeah, that she
uh,
counts too.
she
Get
counts.
her
She
out
counts
of.
because yeah.
She does count.
Get all these people out
Whatever
of power.
you're the opposite of, you get nominated
Indians
for
should
that.
be like, yeah, we should be like doctors and work in Silicon Valley. What are we doing?
I don't know,
I am
man.
saying, from as a racist, I say get Indians out of U.S. politics.
Right. And it's like, y'all
Get them
like,
out of
again,
politics.
here
What
y'all
are they do?
go.
Yeah,
Oh
Another
man,
embarrassing. It's so
person, another
embarrassing.
demo.
it's
It's like another demo that's like, hey, hi, this is y'all win too. It's not just black. We need to
exactly.
say black win. It's a South Asian win, babe. We were like,
Mhm.
come on over here with us.
It's all South Indians, by the way. Have you
Yeah.
noticed? It's all South Indians in American politics. Where are all the North Indians?
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
It's only
if you want to
South.
get into that,
Wow.
Ashwin can break it
It's
down.
all
But
Tamil people. You know that? Did you know that both Kamala Harris and Vivek Ramaswamy are kind of the same caste?
I didn't know they were the
Mm.
same cast. But I had
They're
even
just different
but
flavors
JD
of the
Vance's
same.
wife isn't the same cast, right?
She's Telugu.
Yeah. Okay.
She's Telugu.
All right.
She's similar.
We got to
Too many
start wrapping up. Otherwise,
Yeah.
would have you opened a new universe right there. I would have. I got to explore that. We got to explore that. So yeah, maybe we'll
Yeah,
do a
yeah,
part
yeah.
two and
Please do.
explore this
Yeah.
because
Because
that's
Ashwin, thank you for telling me that because I had no idea. I'm like, wait a minute, I should have known better because yeah, there's always more under the umbrella
Oh, yeah.
of just like, oh, she's South Asian. I'm like, oh baby, there's more
No, it
under
is a-
here.
Yes, yes.
It's like, woo.
Once
that's
you
why
start
if
digging
you listen
into
to
that, you'll
Ashwin's
figure
first
out.
episode and you listen to his mom's episode where I got a little smack on it from his
Yes,
mama.
yes, yes. Yes, a
I'm
little
like,
bit.
that still cracks me up. I'm
She
like,
was so
like,
on the
don't
video. You
screw
can
this
see her
up.
get really mad at the way she looked at you. I was like, oh my goodness. She
Ah,
was so mad.
I love your mom, man. She's awesome. She's awesome.
Feel like-
Good people.
She was like,
Now, sir, she's like, I will beat you. Cut me a switch. She's about to ask you cut her a switch so she can beat you.
Damn, not past.
she made him repeat it until he got it right.
Mm.
And I was like, Mom, let it go. He's close enough. She's like, no.
She's like, no.
No.
Hey, she my mama
If I
too.
don't say nothing,
She my mama.
she's like, if I don't stop, he gonna keep doing this,
I
and I
was
gotta
like-
make sure he do not mess this up again.
I was like, Mom, this is not good content. She's like, it's not about that.
She's like, it's not about that.
I'm like, this is not good content for the
Mama-
pod.
mama-
yeah, yeah, you can't look like
Mama
mama's not
you
gonna
Yeah.
know
gotta
good
get this shit
content.
right.
Oh,
She's like,
man.
she's like, F this content, okay? You
You're
are
gonna
going to get
pronounce
this
my
right.
city's name. You're gonna get it right. You put respect on my city's name.
Okay. I was like,
yes,
she
ma'am.
gonna get you?
And she
Yes,
is a
ma'am.
political extremist.
Oh, she is.
Every day I pray that I thank God that she doesn't have social media, or else she'd be in jail by now.
Oh yeah, she fire.
don't-
She
Man,
is
Man,
fire.
she don't
Gonna
let,
go
like
to
she
jail.
get on Blue Sky. She gonna light this place up.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
She
insane. Yeah.
is. If you think Ashwin is the master of chaos, you meet his mama, you're gonna be like, God
The
damn.
fact that he's calling her and it's like she's an extremist. I'm like, oh shoot, she must be because he said it.
She is an political
Oh.
extremist. Like
Oh,
if it
man.
was up to
I can't
her,
wait.
yeah,
It's
that
like,
would be.
Yeah, bring her back.
Yeah,
And
we-
she
we
get
got
like, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna not say the word because I don't want you beating me.
But it's all moms. I think something about becoming a mom makes you a political extremist somehow. It kind of makes
Yeah.
sense actually,
Mine
because you're
was
like,
kind of running her mouth after, because I remember talking to her today after the election. She was like, we just had to put this convicted felon back in office and stuff.
well,
Yeah.
Raphael, remember what Josh's mom said? I'm not going to repeat it on the pod, but that was 2 days before the Trump assassination attempt, and I was like, whoa, what does she know?
Oh man.
I'm like, this lady
Yeah.
I'm putting that in quotes because I really do think that I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
I ain't trying to get.
I'm like-
yeah,
I'm like,
I'm
I'm
already a
I'm sorry,
fuck
it looked
Trump
very-
guy. I ain't trying to get Trump to come after me. But anyway, let's get to the final
no,
question.
that wasn't what I was gonna say.
Well, I
'cause
mean,
I'm
he's still
like,
gonna come after
no,
me.
I think he did it.
But
I thought it was staged. I'm like,
but
I'm a funk Trump guy.
I'm a fuck Trump guy, but I don't believe he staged. Trump's not that intelligent to stage something like that. He's not. I can't give him that credit. He's not that intelligent. But if Elon arranged it for him, that's fine. I don't know. I'm not going to allegedly, but They're too dumb, to be honest. They're too dumb on that side. That's the saddest thing about their scam. Because it's all a scam they're selling at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They're selling
And
Bibles.
and then also
Yes.
it goes back to something Trump said back in a Time magazine article in 1999. He said if he ever ran for president, he'd run as a Republican because the Republican voters are
stupid.
dumb. He said it
Mhm.
like almost
I
30 years
mean,
ago.
Yes.
he called them out, and they're still,
Yep.
they're still, he's
Yep.
our guy. I
Mhm.
mean,
Mhm.
he gave them the judges they
Mhm.
need. But anyway, final question: what would you like to leave the audience with? It's your freestyle moment. We'll try and keep it to 1 minute, please. Who would like to go first?
Okay. I'll go first because of like, oh, you gave me 60 seconds. So let me just say this. Let me tell y'all something. Lose black women's numbers. Do not call us. Do not come to us to call and fix nothing. What do y'all think? Like, we've been telling you for a while how we think, and y'all didn't want to listen to us, and now you want us to come basically clean up your mess. We're not doing that. Use black men's numbers too, because y'all use that 20% to say they spoke literally a clear 80-20 rule. You use that 20 to say this is how black men feel. I'm like, yeah, they really don't. But this is what happens. Y'all highlighted the 20 and ignored the 80. Yeah, do not ask us to come fix shit. Stay like, nope. You got what you wanted and you wish you had what you're going to regret all this. I don't care about your regrets. Your regrets does not help anybody that I care about who is under my umbrella of blackness and or in an oppressed group where you literally operated against them and now you're like, please don't hate me. You voted because you voted that way because you hate me. So guess what? Sit at that table and eat your food. It's cold. You still got it. You are not getting up from this table until you finish your plate. Leave us alone now.
Mm-hmm. Listen, in the spirit, look at it. Look at the calendar, ladies and gentlemen. In the spirit of the calendar, what's coming up? I just got this to say: be thankful. Be thankful for your family. Be thankful for your friends. Be thankful for the fellow content creators, and stuff. Just be thankful that we making it to another Thanksgiving. And please don't be posting y'all nasty food on the goddamn thing. We all eating the same thing. Do not
We
post
don't
it
want
back
that dry
from plate.
macaroni and
We don't
cheese.
want
We
to
don't want to
see
see
it
it.
because we will be clowning your ass if it look
Again.
nasty. Happy
Mhm.
Thanksgiving, and thank you, White Label American, for having me on your platform.
Very nice.
Uh,
I'll add one thing. Okay, so this is like to relate to this topic of the gender politics. I think millennial men, we are now becoming the ones in power.
Mhm.
We were confident enough to tell our dads and uncles, "Fuck off! We will not be misogynists like you." And now we are in positions of power. I say we use that power and say the same thing to the Gen Z and Gen Alpha, like our nephews and kids who are
Mhm.
becoming a more right wing. We say, you know what? You want patriarchy? Here it is. Here is what the real patriarchy looks like. So, for
Mhm.
instance, in my class, misogyny is just directly affects their grades. Your misogyny, therefore you're dumb, and therefore you get low grades. It's direct consequences. So if you come up to my classroom and you present and whatever you call women females or whatever, I'm like, you're grammatically incorrect, therefore you are you F on this assignment because you
consequences.
did
There you
not
go.
direct. And I say we have power. They want patriarchy, we show them what patriarchy is, and we give them
Mhm.
exactly the patriarchy they want.
I like that. You know
Mhm.
what? I'm gonna use that right now. I'm using my
And
patriarchy. So if you're listening and you're like, well, Ralph, I want to, I want to reach out to you as a black friend of mine. Well, reach out to my PayPal,
yes,
reach out to my
yes,
Cash App, reach out to
yes.
my
Mhm.
Patreon, and when my team sees that, we'll get back to you. All right. There's
Okay.
no team. It's me, but the team will reach out to you
The
in due
Gen Z
time.
men are benefiting severely from what we had to go through, and I don't like it. I don't like them taking this and going forward with this
Mhm.
You're
bullshit.
taking it for granted.
Mhm.
Taking
So
it for
Mhm.
granted. We
yeah,
snatch it back. We snatch it back.
yep, about time.
Yeah.
All right. So please let the people know where they can find you, and thank you to each and every one of you for joining us today. Where can people get in touch with you and enjoy your content?
Okay, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. The answer is nowhere. Okay, I'm done. Thank you very much. I'll leave.
My dog
Question
said,
I
is
"Hey,
think
nowhere.
I
You
am.
hey,
cannot follow
contact
me.
me."
I
if
will.
if you need to
You
find
cannot find me.
Ashwin, come to me. I'll take care of
He
you.
knows.
Clearly.
Only Rafael
Yes.
knows where I live. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am screaming.
Yeah.
You know what? Nobody. You can't find me
You
nowhere.
cannot find me anywhere, and I choose to keep it that way. I have no socials, and I have like 3 layers of security on my laptop.
Well, technically, you do have a social, but
I
I'm
have
not going to
no
say it right now.
ads. I have no ads.
If you send me, if you send it for a token fee of $50, I will give you Ashwin's social. I'll
Damn,
show you
that's
proof
cool.
that he has a social.
Damn.
No, I have a phone number that you can reach me at and an email address.
No,
It's not that. You have a social. I'm not going to say
Is
it
it-
right.
oh,
I'm not going to give it out for free.
LinkedIn?
It's the holiday.
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
season of giving. So I want to be
Yeah,
giving
yeah.
stuff too. Give me the
He's like,
cash.
don't give them nothing,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Even my phone number, I don't even read my texts anymore.
Oh my god.
Damn.
I don't read. I have
Oh my
people
God.
reaching out to me.
Crap
I'm like,
mode, y'all.
whatever. I'm like, if you don't know where I live, then therefore you shouldn't be able to reach
You
out.
send a pigeon or a raven
Yeah,
if you want to get in
better,
touch with him.
better. I would like.
He got a tube system in his house.
I got a hamster that brings me messages.
Hell no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Victor, you go next.
I meet an information guy on Saturdays at the farmers market. He gives me the lowdown, organic, locally
Come on,
sourced.
low down.
Yeah.
Okay, he got the
Oh,
lowdown.
man.
Okay. I see you.
Uh,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can contact me at Liquor Talk Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads is Real V Jones. If you want to get on Liquor Talk, just go ahead and holler at me. If you want to subscribe to Liquor Talk, it's Liquor Talk Podcast everywhere: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, all of that. And if you're interested in being a guest, just email me at liquortalkpodcast@gmail.com. Y'all tap in with the Liquor Talk, get the liquor ready, and we'll pull it up. We're taking over for the 24 and the 25, and hell, the 26 as well.
Woo.
Fuck down.
All right.
Hey,
that's what's up.
hey, I'm excited. Well, you could like, ooh. Now, see, why didn't I go first? So I had to follow Victor. I'll tell you what. But you can find I'm Stephanie. I'm the host of MOCA Minutes Podcast. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm actually going to be also converting to Blue Sky, but Instagram, Facebook, Twitter handle is MOCA Minutes. On all 3. If you would like to be a guest, mocaminutes@gmail.com. I am on all the social medias, unfortunately. But you can find me there. But you can find the MOCA Minutes Podcast wherever you catch podcasts. I think they have finally put down SoundCloud, but that was only for rappers and DJs anyway. But any other place where you find your podcast, you can find the MOCA Minutes Podcast. Would love to listen, love to follow. Also, if you'd like to buy me a coffee, buymeacoffee.com/MOCA Minutes. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. So, oh dang, there's something on my mind. I just blanked away. But it was something Victor said that I was like, oh yeah, I could use that too. And then, oh yeah, I remember now. You can follow me on Blue Sky now. White Label American is on Blue Sky. So come along. We've been getting some good followers there.
I guess I'm about to make a Blue Sky account now.
Yeah.
Gotta make a
Please
Blue
do.
Sky account.
Please do. And yeah, it's nice out there. It's not wild. I mean, I've seen some wild stuff already, but it's not wild. That's So, yep,
It's
we're
early
there.
Twitter. It really is. It's early Twitter.
Well, you have
Early Twitter was not what it is now.
MOCA Minutes has 264 episodes. My
Yay!
Yay.
Awesome. Hey,
Amazing. That's
she
such-
putting out work.
That is, that is art. That is
Wait,
an art form.
Ashwin, hold on. Let the episode end, and then we'll continue in the background. All right,
Okay.
people. If you want more, join on Patreon, and you get bonus content on Patreon. All right. Thank you for the
Ow.
privilege of your company. See you at the next episode. I can't tell you what the next
Thank
episode will be right now, but it's an awesome episode. So thank you, Umbana, Dankashin, Asante Sana. Ashwin, what's your thank you again? I always forget your thank you.
Nandri.
Nandri. See, I remember now.
Nandri.
All right.
Nandri.
Gracias.
Ooh,
All right.
pretty.
Gracias.
Enjoy your holiday season.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening to White Label American. If you enjoyed the show, please give a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. You can follow the show on all social media platforms. Visit the White Label American website for links, for donations, episodes, feedback, guests, merch, and newsletter. Don't forget to download the free White Label American app on the Google Play Store and Apple coming soon. Thank you for the privilege of your company.